Anupam, when the minister talks about the sanctioned strength of central government jobs, what is he not talking about is that many of these could have been advertised and perhaps the advertisements could have been lapsed because the examinations never happened. So just because there is a sanctioned strength doesn't mean that all the vacancies have been filled up.
Right, Smita ji. In fact, that is primarily the concern of most of the students and their teachers as well, that there has been a huge chunk of sanctioned strength of government jobs which is not being filled in time, in a time-bound manner, in a fair manner. And when we speak of this statement by Mr. Jitendra Singh, what he tried to express, in fact, that is not the real comparison which concerns or which affects the unemployed educated youth looking for jobs in government job sector. The real comparison should be what this government promised and what they actually delivered. And so when we go back to, let's say, the early part of 2019, immediately before the parliamentary elections, announcements were made by Modi government that they will give 4 lakh jobs only through railways over a period of 2 years. This is a specific promise made by the then railway minister under the Modi government immediately before the Lok Sabha election. Today, we are almost about to complete 3 years of that announcement, and we all know what has happened over these 3 years. We have seen railway ministers change at the center, but we have not seen any change in plight of these students. Students continue to cry, protest for jobs. There are vacant sanctioned jobs, as you rightly said, and the government is unwilling to clearly accept that it needs to be filled. And look, Smita, when we speak of this Group D jobs, most of the aspirants or the students who appear for these jobs are from very poor and humble background. For these students, rupees 500 for an application fee may actually disturb their monthly budget. They belong to that section of our society. And the government has collected 864 crores from these very students, from this chunk of unemployed educated youth, 864 crores. And they are earning interest on this amount. What can be a bigger sin than earning interest on this amount collected from unemployed youth who belong to the poorest, the most marginalized section of our society? And when the students and teachers try to seek accountability, there is no answer at all from anyone from this government. So this is actually a farce of a democracy when we see this happening.
Anupam, that's something we are constantly trying to ask here through India Ahead, through People's Editor. I have been trying to reach out to several, in fact, the retired officials too of Railway Board, of Railway Recruitment Board, the Minister's Office. Unfortunately, no answers yet. I'll be more than happy if any of the ministers, whether Mr. Vaishnav or Dr. Jitendra Singh, is able to sit down and answer questions from all of you, have a discussion. Anupam, a final comment from you. जो states governments हैं, उनकी accountability भी तो तय होनी चाहिए. बहुत सारी ऐसी jobs हैं which perhaps have to be routed through the state governments and administrations.
बिल्कुल स्मिता जी, बिल्कुल तय होनी चाहिए जवाबदेही स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स की भी. और देखिए, हम लोग जो बातें कर रहे हैं ना, हम ये नहीं कह रहे हैं कि सिर्फ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट अपने जॉब्स को या सैंक्शनड वेकेंट पोस्ट्स को समयबद्ध ढंग से पूरा करे. हम तो कह रहे हैं कि जितनी भी सरकारी भर्तियां हैं जिसमें एक बड़ा चंक राज्यों का है, जैसे कि शिक्षक भर्ती के जितने भी मुद्दे हैं वो तो मुख्यतः राज्यों के ही है. आप देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश में, बिहार में, मध्य प्रदेश में, राजस्थान में, झारखंड में, हर राज्य में शिक्षकों के पदों की भारी संख्या में रिक्तियां हैं और सबको लेकर सड़कों पर प्रदर्शन हो रहे हैं. इनफैक्ट ऐसे लोग जो क्वालिफाई कर चुके हैं, एग्जाम पास कर चुके हैं, दे आर क्वालिफाइड टीचर्स, बट येट दे आर लाइंग अनएम्प्लॉयड और पोस्ट उधर खाली है. तो राज्यों की भी अकाउंटेबिलिटी तय होनी चाहिए. लेकिन इसको हम अगर राज्य केंद्र का ना बना के हम सीधी इतनी बात कहें कि अगर हमारे देश में इतने मैसिव स्केल पे इलेक्शन सक्सेसफुली कंडक्ट हो सकते हैं, विच इज अ मैटर ऑफ प्राइड फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस, कि हम इतने बड़े बड़े एक्सरसाइज को सक्सेसफुली पूरा कर सकते हैं. अगर कोई विधानसभा सीट, कोई लोकसभा सीट खाली पड़ जाए तो 6 महीने में उसको भरने का दबाव होता है. कानून है हमारे देश में, सब नियम है ये. लेकिन अगर कोई सरकारी नौकरी खाली रह जाए तो उसको 2 साल ना भरा जाए, 4 साल ना भरा जाए, 5 साल ना भरा जाए, 10 साल ना भरा जाए, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? तो हम लोग इसीलिए सॉल्यूशन ओरिएंटेड जब हम बात करते थे तो हम यही कहते थे कि एक मॉडल एग्जाम कोड होना चाहिए. ये तय होना चाहिए कि अगर सरकारी नौकरियां नहीं दी जा रही हैं या कोई ऐसा पोस्ट है जो सैंक्शनड है लेकिन वेकेंट है, किसी की तो जवाबदेही तय होनी चाहिए. Someone has to be held accountable for this.
Okay.
for this, ये जो हो रहा है
ठीक है
हमारे देश में
अनुपम.
इस समय.
Anupam, many thanks for joining us with those comments and with this analysis.